For Las Vegas to continue growing and diversify its water resources, the Water Authority is seeking almost 200,000 acre-feet of water across many basins in rural Nevada, including one under the town of Baker. It plans to run a pipeline more than 300 miles to pump that water back to Las Vegas. The Southern Nevada Water Authority views the pipeline as an issue critical to the survival of Las Vegas.
But can you afford not to build it? Are you willing to put your family at risk? That's what it gets down to.
It's going to be built, isn't it? You really honestly believe it's going to be built?
There is no option.
While I see that as a challenge, I cannot see that as an obstacle. It just cannot stand in the way. For this state to survive, Las Vegas has to be successful. And absent that, we'll just put the state in Chapter 11 and go somewhere else, I guess.
Look at what's happening in Atlanta. This would be Atlanta on steroids if we allowed that to happen. So am I supposed to sit here and say, oh, well, whatever Mother Nature deals cards that she deals me, I'm simply going to accept, and the fate of 2 million people doesn't matter to me. They're just going to have to live with whatever Mother Nature decides to dole out. That is about as irresponsible a statement as I've ever heard someone come up with.
In order to pump water out of rural Nevada for the pipeline project, the Water Authority is in the process of securing water rights to the basins and buying ranches dependent on the basin's water. Dean Baker and his sons own and run a ranch in Baker, Nevada. The Water Authority has approached the family about selling their ranch.
It was a unanimous, short discussion. The boys said, we want to stay here and run the ranch. This valley is our home. This is our, where our families are being raised. We're productive. We like to do it. And we may live a frugal agricultural life, but we're all enjoy it. And it gives us a feeling of, for practical purpose, a feeling of accomplishment every day. And we're not hungry or cold. It isn't something that's in your mind. It is productive, whether it's wildlife or cattle or hay or milk or beef. It'll produce that whether the dollar is worth 2 cents or 500.
We have to take a look at what the needs of our residents are. The way in which we pay for those things is through tax monies. And there is no question that the largest taxpayer in the state of Nevada, the largest driver of tax revenue in the state of Nevada, is the tourism industry. One of the ways that you look at water policy is how do you allocate the resource to the benefit of the most people in the state of Nevada? Now, within that framework, growing alfalfa in the desert is not a very good use of water. There's no calculation that is going to say that if we pour water into the desert so that it becomes healthy enough to grow a crop, that is going to be the kind of use that is going to generate the monies that are needed to provide for roads and schools and hospitals for the residents in this state.
So what is a dollar? This land is going to be here when the dollar has ceased to exist. It was here before there was a dollar. These green meadows were here below here because it's a natural meadow. A lot of the natural meadows are here. It's a value that's been here for many, many years, and if the water isn't taken away, it'll be here long after the dollar's gone and we're gone. And keep talking about agriculture and the production of hay and beef, but it's minor compared to the wildlife and the environment. Nevada Department of Wildlife has counted over 500 deer on this ranch right below me. There is a huge amount of wildlife that we enjoy and see all the time, and it's part of this valley.